I'm back at it. I got a new rack. I got the most beastliest rack you can buy. The world's strongest rack. Look at me. 300 pounds plus, bouncing up and down. You don't see this rack bending, swaying, or anything, but you see my truck bed moving. I'm getting ready to do a full review. CRAVOT, the new Cyber Rack S3 Super Beast. Thank you, CRAVOT, and thank you, my friends. Thank you for being my subscribers. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for watching my videos. Yes, another rack video. The strongest, beefiest rack I have ever had. If you have not subscribed, boom, please smash that subscribe. Boom, please smash that like, share my video, and tell your friends. I'm going to tell you why this is the bestest, super strongest, budget friendliest type of rack there is. Yes, CRAVOT has sent me their new Cyber Rack S3. It can hold 3 100-pound bikes or 2 150-pound bikes on the first 2 closest to the bed. So this can haul monster e-bikes. This is a beast. It still is foldable, folds down, folds up. I'm going to show you that. So if you need to get into your back of your truck, your SUV, you can fold it down and get in there, and you don't have to keep taking it off. You can fold it up and travel with it. It is an extra reinforced frame. They've made it better than ever, stronger than ever. They give you some extra lashing straps so you can be super anal like me and not worry about anything happening. So I always use those anyway. I think they watched my videos of me hauling bikes and they copied my idea. A+ CRAVOT. Instruction manual, outstanding. It was easy to put together. The box was a little damaged because the rack is heavy, but the rack was fine. You get 2 keys because now the bolt that you use to put your rack in and secure it now has a lock, so you don't have to buy anything extra and nobody can steal it. And they give you 2 keys for that. And because it can carry so much and it's so beastly, they now have included an anti-wobble. I never needed it with my 2-biker. I'm going to put this on just because it sticks out further and it's going to be carrying much more weight. You still get a ramp, but now it's foldable. There's no place to put it on the rack, but it's easy to throw in the back of your truck or your back of your car, even in the front seat, in the passenger area. It's folds right up and you can carry it. Extra thick steel, extra thick, extra strong handle so that you can tilt. Still has the incredible movable chock for your wheels. Still has the incredible ratcheting strap with the rubber piece to go onto your bike tires. Listen to the click. Still has all those great features, and it still has the great feature of the locking mechanism for the bike frame. Again, ratcheting. So all the great features from before. A nice cradle for your tire, but now everything is super strong, super beefy. Here is the handle that you would use to tilt down or tilt up. There's no more extra pins, no more knobs, nothing to turn. You simply have this super beefy handle and rod that you use, and you simply pull it out, and then the rack will tilt down. You could open up your tailgate or the back of your SUV. If you raise it right up, it automatically locks into place. And the tilt up, you pull that handle, and it automatically locks into the groove. No extra nuts, no extra bolts, no extra pins, no extra nothing. Just a really super beefy handle to lower. Lift up, and then the rack will automatically lock into place. Nothing else to do. Very simple. This is how you would install the rack. It is super beefy, super beastly, carries a lot of weight. But with that comes extra steel. Everything's reinforced. The frame is reinforced, the tilt handle is reinforced. This rack weighs 106 pounds. So if you are not strong and or have a person to help you, you will struggle with this rack. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I pick up and tilt the rack up. I pretty much have the rack lined up in the center of the truck to make it easier. I'll grab one side of the bike rack, I'll lift it up, and I'll glide it into place. I have the rack and the receiver hole lined up. This is the bolt that you get, similar to before, except on this end is where the lock will go. You will need a same 24 millimeter socket to turn the bolt. So you get your bolt started, use your socket, ratchet it in. Opposite side of the bolt, hole. You don't even need the key to put it on. It automatically locks into place, just sliding it on. Then there's a little slide for the lock. And then to unlock it, open up your little key protector door, install your key, turn it to the right, and it comes right off. To install the extra piece that they give you, U-bolt and a steel plate. The U-bolt goes over top the rack. The steel plate goes in with the flat part on the receiver hitch and the upper part on the rack. You slide it through, slide the bolt through, and then they give you a washer and a nut. Put the washer on, then you put the nut on, one on each side, and then you tighten that up. And to tighten that up, you will use a 17 millimeter to tighten this part. And when it's all done, that's what it'll look like. And no wiggling, because you saw me jumping up and down, but here I am lifting it up with my hands. No wiggle at all in this. Solid, sturdy. 100, 100, 100, or 150, 150, empty. If you're gonna put on one bike, whether it's 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, the company always says put the one bike, single bike, heaviest bike closest to here. I've put them on the end before. I'm gonna load up all three bikes and show you what it looks like, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So make sure you have all your straps unhooked. Make sure you have your chocks loose so that you can adjust them, because once you set your rack up for whatever bike you carry, you don't have to touch the chock anymore. So start from the back, load the middle, load the front, and that's what we're going to do using the ramp. There's two teeth on the ramp, and it goes right in the end of the rack, and it drops right in. Now you're locked into place. First bike I'm pushing up is my heavy scrambler. It actually weighs more than 100 pounds, but I'm still gonna push it on there. Do I recommend that you do that? No, I recommend that you stay with a limit of 100, 100, 100, or 150, 150, nothing. So we're just gonna push, it's a fat tire bike. Just gonna push it right up the ramp. And the front tire is gonna drop right into the hole. And now you got the first bike on. You adjust your chock to where it's gotta be. You lock your chock into place. keep one hand on the bike. Once you bring your centerpiece up, you can just lean your bike to the centerpiece while you finish putting it all together. The bike is not going to fall. Bike is not going to fall because of that big front cradle. So you see how the chock is on the wheel and then the deep cradle. Then we're going to put this on and then the wheel straps. And this is how versatile this rack is. This arm will go to different positions. And the head pivots. So the head pivoted to allow me to lock onto this part of the frame and ratchet it in. If I had taken the batteries off, I'd be able to use this bar or even this bar. But I always tell people to take the batteries off. For this demonstration and for this trip, we ain't taking the batteries off. But this demonstrates the flexibility of being able to lock onto different points. And this is how you lock the wheels into place with the straps. You pull your strap through, you line up your piece of rubber with your wheel rim, and that keeps it from turning. Then you go in right here, the wide end. Go in the wide end, you hear it latching. And you're going to do that for the rear as well. And this is what the rear would look like. On the back side, you take your strap, you feed it through your wheel, you get your piece of rubber right here on top of the rim, and then listen, hear it latching. This is also a fat tire. Make sure you have your rear lined up with the ramp on the back side, and then you just push it up. The ramp, very good design because it keeps the tire, I'm hitting my mirror. It keeps the tire, boom. It keeps the tire from going off the ramp. They got a nice deep V. I think they tweaked the ramp a little bit too. And I could just leave it sit there like that until I get it all set up because it's resting on the other upright. And our last bike. Oh, tilt, Brucey, tilt. And into the carrier, and again we can just lean it there without strapping anything in, and it's not going to go anywhere. We're going to have to adjust our chock, and we'll tighten this up, and then we'll strap it down. Now the company gives you 6 of these lashing straps. They're actually better than the ones I use. They're actually pretty thick and durable. This is how you would use those, and that gives you some extra security. So you would do that to every single bike, including the wheels. They say when you have it loaded like this, don't take it off-roading. Now that's commonsensical. That's the attorneys for CRAVOT saying, hey, it's a bulletproof rack, but don't go four-wheeling with 3 bikes on it. And you want to make sure that your rubber piece is always on the axle and it goes through the big end, and you hear that click, 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 click. Now, it's not behind the chock because of the wheelbase is shorter, but it's strapped in and it's in this deep well, not going anywhere. So all these bikes are secure and they're not going to go anywhere. And the versatility of the rack is that it can handle fat tire, it can handle small tire, narrow tire, and it's not going anywhere. Obviously, I put the heaviest, the next heaviest, then the lightest, and that's how you should do it, or 150, 150. And there she is, all loaded up. To unload, it's just the reverse. This is going to be the death of the 360. I hope it's recording. Got the air conditioner full blown because it's hot. Now, remember, CRAVOT says no four-wheeling. So when I go off my curb in my driveway, I'm going to be gentle. So let me know how it looks going off the driveway curb. I see my 360 bouncing around. That 360 is going to die. Let's take a turn. Remember, we don't speed in the neighborhood. I'm not sure how much battery juice I got left. I'm curious how it looks with speeder, the speed bumps. Oh, my poor 360. I got insurance on it. I got 3 years damage insurance on it. So if it breaks, I have more stuff coming in. Thank the Lord. Not making any money with real estate right now, but I have products and bikes coming in, surprisingly. My videos suck, but companies like me. They're sending me these nice emails. I'll have to buy a new camera while both of my cameras are in the hospital being repaired. Whoa, Daddy-O, cut that short. Let's hit a 40+ mile an hour road and see how we do. +40 miles an hour, 40+ miles an hour. Here we go. Your normal average road bumps. Up and down, up and down, up and down the hill, up and down, up and down, up and down we go. I still have 3 bikes on the rack. That's nice. My 360 flopping and flipping. Whoa, baby. It flipped, it flopped, it bounced, but it didn't break. Oh, thank you, Alex, my friend, Maximum Charge. I'm using connecting rods that he told me to get. There you have it, my friends. CRAVOT CyberRack S3. It is a beast. Is it the world's strongest? Well, maybe that's a little bit of an embellishment, a little bit of puffery, but you saw me jumping up and down on it, and the rack didn't squeak, move, or wiggle. You saw me underneath lifting up the truck with the rack. The rack did not wiggle. You just saw a little short jaunt in the neighborhood, and everything is still tight. This is a great rack. Is this for everybody? No. This is for somebody who wants beastliness, who's got 3 bikes, heavy bikes. This is for heavy bikes. 100, 100, 100, or 150, 150. This thing is bulletproof. This is my new rack. This is a rack that I'm going to use. Why? I like heavy duty. I like to be overprotected. And so, if you were bouncing around with 80-pound bikes, no problem. 100-pound bikes, no problem. Will I exceed the weight limit? Yes. You're not supposed to put an E-moto on here. Am I going to? Yes. My friends, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you learned something about the CRAVOT CyberRack S3. The CRAVOT CyberRack S3. If you want this rack, click on the link in the description and use my code. You will save money. You will benefit the channel. The channel is me. Thank you very much. I bow to you, my friends and subscribers, for watching my videos, for being supporters, for being my friends. And I bow to you, CRAVOT, for thinking about me when this new model came out and you asked me, one of the first people, you reached out to me to make a rack video because you like my rack videos. So thank you very much. And my friends, if you're not a friend or a subscriber, boom, please smash that subscribe. Boom, please smash that like, share my video and tell your friend. And again, if you want a CRAVOT CyberRack S3, or actually, even if you want the CyberRack S2, which is bulletproof, but for 2 bikes, you can use my code. Use my code, you will save money. Please use my code, please, 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 please. That's it, we're done. I'm gonna unload them, go swimming. It's hot. Maybe take a shower and go to bed. Until next time, my friends, until next time, I love you all. See ya!